In this video, we're going to talk about how to use social media properly as a freelancer. So for me, social media is this weird thing. I have a kind of love-hate relationship, but it's probably down to the fact that I'm not great at it, or I certainly wasn't. The way I would do social media is in fits and starts. I would get really excited, do loads of work, post it out for about a couple of weeks, then get busy with the client, drop, stop, and then try and do it again. And I would do this on and off for a long period of time, and I would see no return. Then I would blame social media and go, "Oh, it's rubbish. It's full of people and show offs and all this." And yes, there might be aspects of that, but however, it was my fault because I wasn't consistent. So to change this, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to do this consistent. I'm going to commit to it. I'm going to do as much as I can, and every day I'm going to post on it. So I did this for like about 18 months. I got my following up to around 25,000 followers. I was relentless. I was spending probably 4 to 5 hours a day doing it. And when I finished, my opinion was, I wish I'd not done that. I should have paid an agency to do it, and I should have spent the time networking to get clients to pay the agency, and I would have done both. And it's a weird thing to say. And the real reason that I did that, and I'm not recommending you get an agency to do it, but I'm saying the problem I got wrong is this, and you can learn from this. I didn't know who my audience was exactly, and I wasn't talking to the right audience. So I was putting out mixed messages. I wanted to get clients, but I wasn't industry specific. And what I ended up doing was sharing kind of my design work and answering problems from other designers and freelancers. Which again, if you're doing that, you're not attracting clients because they don't care. And yet, I wasn't really committing to the other side of helping freelancers because I felt that all they want is lots of free information. So I didn't build their audience up for them either. So I totally failed. I fell between two groups, and that's why it didn't really work. So for me, if I was to do it differently, this is what I would do. And what I'm probably going to do, hence why you're kind of watching this video. So the first thing is I would focus only on one platform. I know everyone says that you need to be across loads of them, but I found that pressure to post consistently across everything meant that I would resort to some sort of scheduling tool, or I would just post the same thing across everything. And actually, when you do that, it doesn't quite work because the psychology of each user is different on the platform. And we've all been told this by Gary Vaynerchuk, but unless you've got an agency or a team of people like he has to kind of adjust your content for sort of context, platform, nuance, and all that kind of stuff, it's really tough. And I found that spreading my effort across multiple platforms meant I didn't really get anywhere. So I would say focus on building one platform really well by being really clear on who you're talking to, and then use that platform to then grow secondary platforms. So if you have built your Instagram to 50,000 followers or whatever, and they're really engaged, then you probably want to go, well, I'm now going to be starting a YouTube channel. I would love it if you guys from here would then join here. And if you constantly kind of promote the YouTube channel to your already established audience, they will eventually kind of keep jumping. And although all of them might not go across, it will grow far quicker from doing that than it would do from starting from scratch on YouTube and trying to find your audience again. So that's the first thing. The second thing is make content for your clients. If you're trying to get clients, make it for your clients. Don't make it for your friends because your friends won't pay you. Your clients will. And this is another trap we fall into. We make content for our colleagues and our friends and family, because we want to impress them, obviously, but they don't care and they're not going to pay us, and then therefore clients aren't going to see what they want. It's not going to work. So the first thing is I need to make content specifically for my clients, a specific audience, and I need to choose one platform. So I need to work out where do they pay attention. If they're on LinkedIn, then I focus on LinkedIn. If they're on TikTok, I focus on TikTok. And obviously, I adapt the relevant skills needed to do well on that platform because all of my attention and effort is focused on creating content that works on that platform and resonates for that audience. When it comes to the type of content to produce, there's loads of different kinds. But I do believe in kind of this phrase said by Jack Busher, who runs Visualize Value. And he says, your ability to articulate the problem is almost as important, perhaps more so than your ability to solve it. So if you can articulate the problem in a way your clients relate to, and then you position yourself and your products as a solution, that's a very good place to start. An extension of this is based on the book They Ask, You Answer, in which that guy, he effectively answered every question he ever had about pools because he was selling swimming pools. And he almost, after a while, became the Wikipedia of pools. So when someone asked a question, he would in depth answer it as much as he could. And obviously, when someone's asking that question, more people are going to ask that question as well. And when they type it into Google, they're going to land on his website. I'm already interested in the pool. He's shown me that he knows loads about pools. I kind of like this guy. So now I'm more inclined to not only buy a pool, but buy a pool from him. And if you do this over time, that kind of approach means that you will establish yourself as the go-to authority. And when it comes to sort of promoting whatever you want to promote and you're stuck for content, those are two really good areas to focus on, because they resonate with the client in mind, because you're showing empathy, because you understand the problem, and then it positions you as an authority figure because you're answering the problem in a way that doesn't make you seem like a know-it-all or a guru. So that's the big thing. Now, when you're finally doing all this, you're answering questions, you're creating great content, you're building your following. The most important thing is to take all of those people and get them off the platform. You don't own your following, the platform does. If I have an Instagram following, I don't own those followers, Instagram does. And if Instagram decides to delete my account, or my account gets hacked and I've got to start over, I've lost all that hard work. So always try and pull all of your users off the platform onto something you own, like a newsletter. So this is where you want to make a little mini funnel, which would be in all of your links, particularly in your bio of whatever social platform you're on. Have people click on the link to download a lead magnet, which is usually like a short video course or an ebook or an email course based around your particular topic of expertise. So if it was freelancers, it would be like, hey, here's 10 ways you can start getting more clients tomorrow. And that would be your guide. They click on that, they sign up for the guide, you get them on your email list, and they're happy they get a good guide, you're building your email list. But the point being is we need to siphon that attention on the platform off onto something we own that can't be taken away from us. And if you do this with like an evergreen little sales funnel of content up here, a link in the bio, the link goes to a lead magnet, and then that signs me up to an email list. If I keep that going and I drive all of my content to that, then I know I'm in this position of like, I have set up this machine where I put content out, I build my following, I transfer my following to an email list, which I then own. And I'm constantly then repurposing the content I'm creating into a newsletter and helping people. And that cycle is how you build not only a following, but an email list, your reputation. It's how you get clients. And that's what I didn't do before. I had none of that in place. So I'm telling you from my mistakes, that's what I would do second time around. And I recommend you do the same.